So today on HemorJoys.net, trying to be topical and on the ball, I thought I'd have a look at a few of the World Cup apps there are available for Android. While I've got it, I might as well, I thought I'd try them on the Streak. So, let's have a look. The first one's just called 2010 World Cup. It's fairly simple. We can see there all the matches, although strangely when I tap it, it doesn't go anywhere. I'm intentionally doing this while there's a match on, so at the minute South Africa have just gone 1-0 up on Mexico. There we got the groups, and I assume they will stay sort of in order, the teams on the top. There is a calendar, so you can check when all the different games are. And there's a countdown, so it says there's an ongoing match, and it tells us also there's 3 hours until Uruguay play France. But it doesn't give anywhere on there the score. You can't go into it to see any real time. So I probably wouldn't recommend this one if you if you're at work but you wanting to know what's going on in the World Cup. Possibly not the best one to use. Let's move on. It's another one. So this one's called World Cup 2010 Essentials. We start off again on the matches. This one at this point doesn't have the score. You can't tap to go in. You can scroll up and down, obviously all the different groups. It's got all the matches in one go. It's quite well presented. It's quite nice. And there's a little drop down in the corner there. So you've got a calendar option. Interestingly, even on this massive screen, I have to turn it sideways for it to fit, but that's quite nice now. That's one of the best with this screen particularly. It's one of the best calendars you're going to see, I think. No real-time scores though still. Let's come back round. Oopsie daisy. Sorry about that. So we've looked at the calendar, we've seen the matches. So you can see about the countries, the standings, the stadiums. So that's quite interesting, gives you a little bit about the actual stadiums. At the top there is a map showing where they are. That's a nice little touch. There's even a bit about the mascot, this World Cup mascot. There's a bit about the history of the World Cup, and it's got information from who came first, second and third in each one, as we can see. So it's quite nice, it's quite well presented, but again lacking of the real-time information. And then we have this one, which again is just called 2010 World Cup. Right, we have calendar there, which is neat. It's not as clear as some of the others. Going back, we can see all the different teams. This is also standings, I assume. Obviously we've not had any games completed. I tap on South Africa, it goes to South Africa, and it shows, look, they are winning 1-0 in a game that's going on now. And if I tap that, it goes to the actual match details. And this is where this app stands above the others. It does give you real-time information, including yellow cards, substitutions, goals, as you can see there. And that is the best of the ones I've seen, as far as, if you are away from a TV set. That's basically what we've just seen. I've pressed on matches and I can go in again to get to it that route, slightly different route. Back to the main menu, and then there is news, which is just, I think, taking an RSS feed from somewhere. But again, that's quite useful. You can see that. So it's not got the most features, but it has got real-time updates on the matches going on. So this one I would highly recommend. Let's see, did I do all the ones over here? Yep, so I'm going to bring into play real quickly Nexus 1. And on here we have World Droid Cup, which was my favourite. It's very nicely presented, it's got quite a bit of useful information. Go into different groups. It shows the standings and the matches for all the different groups. Even gives you information, the time, the place. We can see the actual start. I'm not going to bother waiting for it to load. So it's very nicely presented. Matches tables, so the matches day by day sort of thing just there. Artillery Cup has not started yet. Yes, it has. It's going on right now. So this is where I've been a little bit disappointed. I was expecting more from this particular one. South Africa versus Mexico. This match is going to happen soon. Well, I can tell you it's happening now. There's no way to sort of make it sort of update or check. See, well, on this one you have a check if this match has begun, which I've already done that on this, since it's going to start soon. So, really quite disappointed. This seems to have been generally the favourite app of people in the run-up, from what I've heard. But again, here we have the map of South Africa. I don't have Wi-Fi at the moment, so it's going to take a while to load. Yeah, so this has been sort of generally people's favourite. Just the way it was presented is very neat, very smart, quite responsive. But the real time isn't real time. So that's World Droid Cup. Maybe now it's started and the developers realised. Maybe you'll get it fixed in the next day or two, hopefully. Anyway, so my recommendation would be the 2010 World Cup. I think it was this one with the kind of almost cartoony logo. Yeah, see, this one has refreshed, but there we go, it's refreshed now, and everything's there. So that would be my recommendation. Let me see if I can get you the QR code for that real quick. 2010 World Cup. Show QR code. And there we go. So if you want to scan that, that would be my recommended app. The other one to look out for though is World Droid Cup. Hopefully that gets an update. Sorry, let me get you the code for that as well, just so you're ready. World Droid Cup. There you go. In fact, I'm finding I best record a little additional, because I'd missed one, I don't know how. It's one of the more popular, WC 2010 Foot Mob. It's another free one, and we can see there it's just updating. Starts off with news items. We can switch to the fixtures. So I don't know why it says 0-0 underneath South Africa Mexico, but we go into the match, and there it gives us quite a bit of information on there. So the goal scorers, subs, cards. And pressing that, and I get the stats. So we see shots on target, possession, fouls, and all of that. I can even then go and see the team lineup. I don't know what I can do with this. As I move my finger on it, it draws on there. But anyway, so you get the actual tables. So we see there. That's kind of South Africa tied at the top. We can then scroll through the different groups if we want. Now I'm a bit annoyed I forgot while the game was going on, because there is a live section. Look, so it says this game has not started, but we do get notifications. Where was it? I go to get these more. So it tells us the top scorers, although let's have a look. Is it working? Is it updated yet? Maybe not. So it's not quite on the ball, but we do get notifications. We can tell it how long between checking for scores. So again, if you're at work or you're somewhere where you can't access a TV, you can't watch it, or you can't even listen on the radio perhaps, you can at least be getting notifications, look, through your phone. So WC 2010 Foot Mob, another one probably worth having a look at. Be interesting to see what happens on the live tab when there is actually a game going on, but I presume it's just sort of updates like we saw in the other game, showing subs and cards and things like that. Anyway, hemodroids.net.